You guys, early morning live. You know me, I gotta rig this whole setup up while I'm on the live. That's what I gotta do. This ought to do. This is actually not bad. Yeah, check that out. I should even be able to read y'all's comments and everything. Okay. Well, man, we got 76,000 views on yesterday's live stream. Isn't that wild? It's freaking wild. My hands are wet and these gloves suck to put on with wet hands. Lana Chandler, hello, baby. You're the first one on my live. You do love me. I'm trying to knock some stuff out today. Lots too. I got some skulls boiling, hides draining, tan hides neutralizing, bear hides salting. I got up early and pulled a bunch of hides out of the deep freezer this morning, real early, to give them a head start on thawing. I got this bear hide from yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and do the face work on it real quick, just while it's early, and I can go ahead and just sit here and do that this morning. And I got another bear hide outside. I'm gonna go out there with a razor blade and clean up his face real quick before I'm gonna put him in a pickle bath today. And man, that'll be pretty good. I mean, I got about 20 hides I'm taking out of the tanning bath this morning. I'll be hanging them up to dry and get them tanned. I'll be finishing, I don't know, about 30 hides a day. A lot of hides, y'all. Lots of hides. And this bear's pretty much thawed out. I mean, still a little tough in some spots. I mean, they're pretty rough, but it don't matter. Don't matter how rough it is, we gotta freaking do it. I don't care. If you don't care, I don't care. Razor blade, Hyper Tough's finest piece of crap, but it works, man. Just take a little razor blade, and we're gonna work around this. We're gonna get this lip line off, the gum line. I'm gonna take it off and go down the skin all the way around. First, I'm gonna split the front of this dude's lip all the way down to the skin. I prefer to do this crap when it's pickled because everything's a little stiff. But man, with bears, I don't know. You gotta be careful because the fur wants to slip on these dudes. They're nasty as all get out. You don't want to cut yourself when you're working on one of these. I did yesterday, and I had to freaking just, I didn't even say nothing about it. But I just had to go straight to the freaking hydrogen peroxide and clean it up. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to remove the cartilage from this nose. Hira Kedekar. That's a bear. I'm just removing this lip line from this nose a little bit because I'm going to remove the cartilage out of the nose. Because all we want is skin. I don't tan cartilage. And I don't tan muscle. I tan skin. So that's all I want on this whole thing. Is that too much to ask? So yeah, I'm just going to remove some. Or sometimes it's nice to salt them for a little bit, just to stiffen some of this crap up, man. Because it's hard to work when it's all loose, but really don't do that unless it's like cold outside. You just gotta be careful with these bears. So okay, so I got all that removed around the front of the nose. Bear apex, yeah, they pretty badass. Yeah, they. But I guess he ain't badass enough if he's on this table. I'm just playing. No, yeah, they're pretty impressive little critters, but they're super gross. Yeah, probably some of the nastiest animals I work on. 112,000%. I think I'm gonna skin a bobcat while I'm here. I'll have just a second to do it, so I might as well get it done. It's thawed out, so yeah, definitely gonna do it. It's my bobcat. I don't hardly ever get my own fur to tan. This is for a customer right here. Uh, but I found a bobcat, and I would like to have the fur. Yeah, I found it on the side of the road. Will I eat? Hell no. I ain't eating no bear. Like I said, this is for a customer. I wouldn't go bear hunting. I have no desire to kill a bear, but I don't judge people that do because I kill other things. Me personally, I don't care for bear. I wouldn't want a bear hide. I don't care about bear hunting. That's just my preference, though. That's just my opinion. It ain't got nothing to do with anybody that does like bear hunting or anything like that. Heck yeah, man. I'll bring the hide here when you after you kill it. I'll freaking tan it for you. You know. Yeah, I'm skinning. I'm not skinning the whole hide out, but I'm prepping the face for to be tanned. This is all cartilage right here, and it was covering all that skin. So I need to remove it so I can expose that skin, so I can, effectively tan it. I need my chemicals to be able to touch all the skin, and so all I'm doing is just breaking down the face of this thing and cleaning it up. Cause I'm about to take all the fat, meat off of it. Then I'm gonna salt it. Why? Why not? You know what I mean? No, I'm tanning the hide. Bearskin rug. You never heard of that? What's up, Steel Flex? Why? What's he going to just waste a good hide? I know it, man. Look. I feel like people like lose contact with their roots, where they came from. We all came from this. I'm gonna tell you right now, we all came from this, and people lose sight of that, and then they develop these ignorant opinions, and then they try to push them onto the people that haven't lost contact with their roots, and it's like, you know, I ain't going for it. I mean, I think it's ignorant. I respect this animal's life, all these animals. But at the end of the day, I got to tan their hide, so I don't know. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I just ain't lost sight of my roots. I apologize for it. No, I don't. I get people are real messed up about this stuff nowadays. So many people getting offended at what I'm doing, and I'm like, that's none of my business. You're gonna have to keep that to yourself, unless you want me to tell you what I think. I mean, it'd be a good old reality check for you. Uh, so I've split the cartilage in two, taking it all the way down to the skin. Isn't that impressive? Anyway, tooting my own horn. Now I'm going to carefully remove the cartilage. You always have just a little bit there, but it's okay. I usually back off a bit because I mean it can be a little confusing, but you just want to identify where the front of the nose is, sticking your finger in the nostril, and you can see your finger, and you want to cut behind that finger. You want to get as much cartilage as you can grab a hold of, and just cut right behind all that bull crap. Then you'll be good. A little bit of cartilage is okay because it's a little bit of support for that thin, fragile nose. But we're taking the bulk of it out. See, we just took all that out. So we're gonna flick that behind us because we're done with it. And you can see we just worked on that nostril there, and it looked great. And there's nothing there. So now we gotta do this guy. I'm just gonna do the same freaking thing. Only 10 likes, 210 watching. Smash that like button. Thanks, Scott Byler. Yeah, man, y'all show me some love. All right. I still gotta do this to the bear outside too. I was running out of daylight yesterday. And time. Daylight and time. Alright, there we go. That's good. We left a little bit of cartilage just to support that nose a little bit. But not much. I mean, just a sliver of cartilage. Alright, sweet. So now we'll carefully just go through. We've already split the gum line. We're just gonna run it out on each side. It ain't gotta be perfect right now, but we're gonna get a bunch of that crap off here. And you just stick your hand right up underneath this thing. East Tennessee here. What's up, East Tennessee? We're in Arkansas here, so you're the neighbor. I flush these things with a pressure washer, so I'm going to take off most of it today on the face and whatnot. But I like to pickle them first, and I'll come back through and clean them up incredibly thoroughly. Like I mean, it will be this whole face. This whole face is going to be white, pure white. Did y'all have a good Christmas? It was good, yeah. It was good. What about you? Got to see my brother and his wife. Kids was happy. It's freaking warm for this time of year. I know that. Poet. I don't know. Get help. It's always easier to do like the detailed flushing after you pickle, but you have a better result if you do it before the pickle. So it's just totally up to you. If I have time, I'll do it right now. No problem. So I found a little time. So here I go. And so you're just cutting in between the skin and this thick meat right here. I've been doing this for a few years now and still have trouble with the tail. Man, you need to get you a tail stripper. You can get it for like $12 off of Amazon. Makes the tail quick, easy. You ain't got to cut it and skin around it. You ain't got to do nothing. You got to do like the front of it, the front of the tail. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, look. I don't have the little zipper, but this right here. Put the tailbone in there. You got to expose the tailbone about a third of the way, and then you just put that on it and grab the base of the tail. Put this on it, just push it off or pull it in, you know. And then you take this little gut hook looking thing. I ain't got it on me. Mine broke. I got to order another one. And you just stick it in there and pull it. Done. You have trouble flushing the animal? Man, I used to have trouble flushing the animal too. And I'll tell you what, I went to a pressure washer, man, and it just does a kick-ass job. And it's super fast. You gotta be careful with it, but it's not hard to figure out. And you can, like, I can have deer hide fleshed in like 10 minutes. Isn't that crazy? Flesh clean too. I mean clean. Now I can't do, this is some detailed work right here. I can't do that on the pressure washer. But it's all good. Because this is going to be a rug for somebody, so I want this face to be super cleaned up. Pressure washer will take this off, but it's, you know, but it don't do a clean job on like thick gum lines like this. Like I'm trying to precisely take it off to the end of the gum line, not just wherever the pressure washer takes it off at. So I mean, I just sit here. That's the way it is on bears, where you get a fleshing knife. You can get them from Amazon. Like I got this one, but you can see it's got a bunch of dust on it because I don't use it. I used it a little bit yesterday, but then I was like, screw this. Got my pressure washer and I was skinning a fox or fleshing a fox, and I fleshed a fox in like, I don't know, man, 5 seconds. Does a clean job. I don't care what nobody says about a pressure washer. I've flushed a bunch with this Dakota fleshing machine I've got. I've done it with I've used meat cleavers, backs of knives. I've fleshed all kinds of ways. And that pressure washer is the fastest, cleanest way. You can sure put a hole in it, but you know, just don't do that. And so now we got that gum line totally exposed or lifted up. So now I'm gonna look at the edge of this critter, and I'm just gonna cut that gum line off. See, all that's just a barrier. You know, salt's not gonna penetrate that. Not very well, but yeah, you can get fleshing knife on Amazon. And look, you can see the difference there. I'm gonna go over this, the very edge, and clean it up. There's still a little bit there, but it's lifted up, so it's totally fine. Are you still employed yet with tanning the hides? What do you mean, Cullen? I mean, I'm doing this thing on my own right here. So, I mean, I guess I'm employed with me. But there ain't nowhere around here doing this. You got people that tan hides at home, but there ain't nowhere around tanning hides like a tanning service like I'm doing. I'm the only me. when you flush the animal, are you supposed to salt it after you flush it? Yeah. Yeah, if you do, you can do what's called a rough flush and just get the bulk of everything off. Or you can do a thorough, what I like to do is do a thorough job flushing so I don't have to come back at all. Like I just sit there and I just do it all right there. And then I salt them. And then after I salt them, I'll degrease them, depending on the animal. Like this bear, definitely getting degreased. And that just consists of a container and some Dawn dish soap. And I'll sit there and agitate it in there for a while, make sure it's really getting in there. But the cool thing too with flushing with a, I'm prepping a bear hide to be tanned. But the cool thing using the pressure washer is it's cleaning off a lot of blood, a lot of grease off. It's like penetrating the skin and going in there and cleaning up along with taking all the fat and meat off and crap. So it's a 2-for-1. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with the old school beam and flushing. Yeah, go make a rug out of this. I get so many hides I got away from the beam, and I just use a pressure washer, man. I gotta pump them out of here. It's the quickest way I can do it. It does a good enough job to still be able to soft tan all these hides. So, like, I'm really particular about flushing because if you don't do a good job flushing, then it's gonna affect everything. All this membrane on these hides, they kind of hold it together. I put up hundreds of houses. Heck yeah, houses. Oh, hundreds of hides. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta tan them. You know, if I didn't have to tan all of them, I mean, I enjoy flushing knife and flushing beam. It's cool. Very relaxing work. I like it. But I gotta go through and tan them, and I gotta do the whole process. So I the faster I can flush them, the better for me. Because I can tan them pretty quick. And, but man, I just flush them. Clean up all the faces on them. Like this. Take all these lip lines off. 7 beers. What's up, man? I'll split the ears on them. Clean up the eyes. Now today, on bears, I do this right here. I'll sit here and expose the majority of this stuff. I'll split the ears, remove the cartilage from the nose, and then flush it and salt it. And then I'll salt it, I'll degrease it, and then I'll throw it in the pickle bath. And then after a couple days in the pickle, I'll take it out. The skin's all plumped up and nice. I got a mini flusher. I'll come in here, man. I'll clean this sucker up good. What's this? I've tanned a few. Never was my cup of tea. Now flushing, I bet I can flush one before you can get the pressure washer out. I mean, you might be able to, but I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I doubt it. You know, I doubt it. I doubt it because you know, I ain't no spring chicken myself. But I bet you're good, man. I mean, I bet you're good. I ain't saying you're not, but I mean, that pressure washer blow your mind. Cause that thing don't give a shit about that, about the fat and the meat on there. knock it right off. Now you're just yanking your chain. I'm just saying pressure washer is powerful. I thought you was yanking your chain when you said, I bet I can flush one before you get the pressure washer out. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But no, man. Pressure washer is just quick. Super quick. Man, I can flip one side, hit it, flip it over, hit it, I'm done. I mean, it is. And I've done hundreds of hides with it, so I'm practicing all the time. And, now that at first I was kind of hesitant with it because it's 3,100 PSI, and, you could put a hole in it pretty quick. But now that I've figured out how to use it, man, flushing a hide ain't nothing. I don't care. I'll flush a freaking mink with that 3,100 PSI pressure washer. I'll put that thing on there, and you gotta be careful. But as long as you're careful, it's very, very efficient, very, very effective. And that's all I'm looking for, man. Just what works for me. For what I'm doing here, pressure washer helps me out a lot. Like I said before, you flush mink with a pressure washer, I do. I clean that shit up. That pressure washer will just deglove that mink, and it'll all in basically one piece. It's just, I flush everything with that pressure washer, except for the faces. I come in here, and I'm very, very detailed about the faces. I'll hit them with the pressure washer just to kind of open them up a little bit before I salt them, but I'm not thoroughly flushing the faces with the pressure washer. Yeah, just keep it all the same, man. I flush squirrels with a pressure washer, man. 3,100 PSI too. I wasn't for the pressure washer for a long time. I'm telling you, it took me a minute to jump on board with the pressure washer. I thought I had this whole thing about it, and I was using, I got this flushing machine right here. I was flushing them with that. You should be removing the fat and leaving the saddles on the mink. That way you get a thicker leather. Yeah, for me though, I don't want a thicker leather. Like the thinner the better, because I'm soft tanning hides, and I don't leave the saddles on. I'll take all the saddles off, because the saddle, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a thin layer of meat, and there's membrane underneath that meat. I ain't into that, because that's not leather. That's meat. Meat don't turn into leather. Meat is meat. You can put it in a pickle bath and cure it that way, and it won't deteriorate. But it's not going to aid in the leather being thicker, because it ain't skin. So only skin can be leather. I only want skin. So if it's thin skin, it's gonna be thin leather. I take the saddles off, and they're soft, and everybody's happy. So I'm like, okay, cool, me too. Yeah, it's a bear hide. That's just how I do it, it's my style. And everybody seems to be happy with it, so there's all kinds of ways you should do this type of stuff. 100 different ways. And if you listen to everybody, you wouldn't be unique. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with learning from folks, that's for sure. But over a period of time, you are gonna gather your own method. That's totally fine. I've come up with my own stuff. Yeah, making a rug here. And so now we split the lips. We're gonna go up to the ears now and do all that. split the ears. A lot of fat around here, so we just want to expose the edge of this ear. Just so we can split it. Because like I said, we're exposing some meat. We're gonna take it out there to the pressure washer. And it, like I said, it does a damn, especially on bears. I'll take a little time on bears because with the pressure washer, because they're so greasy. I'm fleshing them and I'm cleaning them off too. Why are you not pressure washing this hide instead of using the knife? Because like I said, I do the face work with a razor blade. You can't do all that with I can't split the ears with a pressure washer. I can't remove the cartilage from the nose with a pressure washer. I can't split the lips with a pressure washer. So I'm doing the detailed face work. And that it has to be done with a knife. You know? Also, I want to do a really good job on the faces, man. To me, that's, I like that. I like when they're super cleaned up, ears are split, don't have no hair slippage on the backs of the ears. You'll have some on the insides where the cartilage is, but did someone else skin it? I do all that when skinning. Yeah, somebody else skinned it. So I provide a high tanning service. So I got people dropping me crap off all the time. And I get all kinds of stuff. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is done here? And so I have to work with that, And so this is what I do. This is what I have to work with, man. I'm not to tell you. But what I do, yeah. Oh yeah, it's cool stuff. I enjoy it. I sit right here. It's a bear. Can't you tell? No, I'm playing. Obviously you can't. Do you tan beaver tails? I do. I love tanning beaver tails, man. Actually, check this out. I'm actually wanting to go trap some coyotes. I don't really get time to go trapping, but I've got some beaver tail fat that I've cut up like probably earlier this spring, and I've got the oil in here. Now, I'm not really a big trapper, but I used to be, and there's this coyote I've been getting on camera, and I don't know, I was gonna take some tainted deer meat or something, and put a little of that beaver tail oil out there. Heck yeah. I always wanted to be a hunter, but could never build it. Well, you ain't gotta build it, you just gotta go. All you gotta do, take a weapon, go sit, and wait. Then you'll start learning stuff. I meant to order some razor blades. I hate these razor blades from, in a pinch, I'll go get them from Walmart. And, well, they just suck. They just suck. But it's what I got right now, so it'll work. I don't ever get in a huge hurry on these faces. I'd like to, but at the same time, I want to do a very thorough job, so this is the face, man. This is what everybody's gonna see, and don't want a bunch of freaking holes in it, man. I'm trying to do good work, so I just take a little bit of extra time to make sure that happens, even though it seems like I don't have time to do that. but you have to. You have to. It's not that easy to become a hunter in Germany. You need a permit. Well, yeah, you're in Germany, huh? Yeah, it's totally different. I have no idea. No idea. I mean, you gotta have a permit here, or you gotta have a license. You can literally go to the store, buy a license, and you get like 6 deer tags, and they just give you a freaking bear tag now where I'm from. Anyway, I'm just turning this ear inside out, you know. I'm in Arkansas. Where are you at? Bear hides do take me a little bit just because his big old faces. Like, I got some bobcats out there that I just pulled out of the pickle. I'm gonna tan them today. And I've cleaned up a little bit around the faces. Blaine, Virginia. Dan Bell, yeah, man, that sucks, dude. Well, maybe one day, man, you'll be able to go. If you're 8 years old, you still got time. It ain't over yet, Lord willing. Lord willing. But these bear hides turn out real good. I got this shaving machine. I'll go through and clean up. I'll thin down the necks and stuff on them because they're thick. I mean, like thick. So now, half a bowling pin, stick it up in his ear, apply a little pressure. I take it I just take it all the way. Oh, I wish I could get that all the way in there. I just take it all the way to the tip of the ear. From Kashmir, want to learn taxidermy. Can you help me? Yeah, just keep watching. Now, I don't do taxidermy, but like if you were to mount a bear, you'd be splitting these ears. And they got tools for splitting ears to where you can just stick them in there and kind of work them apart. And I really need to get, I've been saying it forever, I need to get me some. But I just keep doing it this way. It don't take too long. Do a pretty good job. Pretty good job. Yeah, just keep watching. I've got a bunch of videos, some tutorial videos on YouTube. I primarily stick to the live streams now if I can help it. A lot of times I just get to working and I don't even. What's up, Carter Miles? What's up on our TM397? So I flush these hides with a pressure washer. It's a little early in the morning right now for me. And I'm gonna have to wait because it's kind of loud. I got neighbors. So we'll probably end up skinning the bobcat right here in a minute. And we're just gonna do it real quick. And for the sake of live stream, I'll just lay it on the table and I won't hang it up. I'll just lay it on the table so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing, which is fine. Holy crap, can't put my freaking finger in that far. Alright, dude, there's an ear turned inside out. Just like that. remove the bowl if you're just tanning the hide. You don't need it. You don't freaking need it. So we went from this ear that's totally inside of this thing, and we turned it inside this ear inside out. We're gonna do the same thing that ear. See, here's the nose. There's one ear. There's the other ear. You're gonna turn it inside out. Oh yeah. Just going around the ear, the perimeter of the ear, and just kind of skinning the meat and fat off of the skin, just to expose where I'm trying to work at, just so I can expose that seam from the inside of the ear to the skin. Doing these ears is just something like I've watched videos on how to do it. Some people just remove all the cartilage in the inside skin of the ear. I don't like that. You have a little hair slippage on bears when you do that, when you leave the cartilage in there. But I mean, you can't really see in there after it's tanned. So I just take a little spray paint and just touch up in there, and can't tell, a little black spray paint. No big a deal. It's a bear hide, and we're prepping it to be tanned. We're just cleaning up around the ear and cleaning up that ear bulb a little bit, just like so. You can kind of tell I've gone just around it. I would lose a bear skin. Oh, I'd love a bear skin. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, take a lot of work to get cleaned up, but you know, because they're so greasy, they're pretty nasty little critters. But it's not incredibly hard to do. You just have to do it. I've got a whole series on YouTube on how to tan a bear skin. So man, if y'all like stuff like this, go ahead, just hit that subscribe button. And also, I'm like 300 valid public watch hours away from getting monetized on here. So man, if y'all would subscribe and go check out some of my videos and some of my other live streams. You know, you can watch some live streams and just skip through them. Yeah, it's a black bear. You can just skip through them, and if you want to learn some stuff, I mean, I'm on here just talking about what I'm doing. You know, I'm doing it right now. So there's always, see, if you don't split the ears, you'll miss this. There's this piece of cartilage on every single animal that you flesh or work that comes off the ear and goes over the head. It goes over both sides. So if you don't want the heads to be super hard and misshapen and crap, you gotta take that off. I mean, look at that. Ain't no salt or anything gonna penetrate through that. See, we've exposed the skin. That's the whole idea of tanning the hides. You gotta expose the skin, and that consists of removing everything. Removing everything off the skin. And for me, I found that the pressure washer is the easiest way to do that. Takes a little bit of technique, but it's no big deal. Just, doesn't really take much, honestly. You just gotta hold it at a certain angle, and like the thinner the skin you're working on, the further back you gotta hold that pressure washer away from it so you don't blow a freaking hole through the skin. But I skin cow hides with my pressure washer all the way down to squirrels. I mean, cleans them up. Removes grease off of them. Looks good. I'm going to remove a little bit more of the bottom of this ear. We don't need all that. So we can expose, or actually so I can fit my freaking hand in there. Yeah, you don't need the bulb of the ear when you're just tanning the hide. Some taxidermists don't even use the bulb of the ear when they are mounting an animal. Some do. I mounted a deer this year. The only deer I've ever mounted. And I left the bulb on the ear, but I removed the cartilage. Heck yes, Scott. Yeah, y'all give me a freaking like, man. Y'all just double tap that screen. Yo, what's up? $32 likes. Went from 29 likes to 32. Thanks. I appreciate that. I never get as many likes as I do views. That's a shame. It just helps me out when I'm going through the trouble of doing these live streams. Helps me out a little bit. So I'm going to just finish this ear up, and then we're going to bring a bobcat out. I just joined. Is this a bear skin? I'll run the likes up real quick. Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's a bear skin. I did all the paws yesterday. Check this out. Took all the bones out of the paws, so you can see where the fingers went up in there. Still got the webbing in there, everything. Look at that. And now we are splitting the ears. I got my fingers on the inside of here. Hey, thanks. Crazy, I did a buck last weekend. It's trickier than you think. Very cool. Thank you. Yeah, it is. What do you do with this after you're done? So I will, once I finish these little facial details on this guy, I will take him outside at the pressure washer. That's where I tan that's where I flesh all my hides. And I will blast all this bull crap off of him and simultaneously clean them off too. I mean, it doesn't remove all the grease, but I mean, it removes a crap ton of it. And, I'll salt them. And then I'll salt them for 24 hours, and then I'll degrease them with some Dawn dish soap in a big container. I'm from United States, Arkansas. And then I let them soak in that degreaser for about 30, 45 minutes. And then I'll take them out, let them drain, and I'll put them in the pickle bath for about 3 days. But on the second day of the pickle, I'll take them out, and I got something called a mini flesher, and I'll go through and clean the crap out of this dude's face, and I'll thin the neck out on my shaving machine. Are you doing this for a customer or yourself? Customer. Yeah, I'll thin that neck on the second day, clean the face up like very thoroughly, and thin out any thick spots, and then he'll go back in the pickle for one more day, and then I'll pull him out and let them drain, get a weight on the skin, and then prepare a submersible tanning bath for them. And let them sit there for overnight. Pull them out, drain them, let them start drying, oil them, put them in the fur tumbler, oil them again, put them in the fur tumbler, probably run them through the staking machine, oil them one more time if I got to, put them in the fur tumbler, then start cleaning them off. Animal cruelty 911. Bye. 911's gonna be like, you're a dumbass. I'll probably arrest you for abusing the 911 deal. This sounds like it takes a lot of skill. It's a lot of practice, you know. I'm just super familiar with it, so I just ain't no thing but to just do it. Kind of don't want to sometimes after a while, but then some days I want to, and today I want to. It's a pretty good day. Anyway, there is that ear totally split out. So both ears are split out on this dude. So he's prepped up. So I do that because I'm going to take him out there, flush him, and then I'm going to salt him. And I want the salt to hit all these different areas that are covered up or hidden. So now this is only half a bear hide. I'll just show them to you. Not the whole thing. It was actually caped out. I think they were wanting to mount this thing, but I think we're gonna try to skin this bobcat real quick. I need to get it freaking done. So it's just some bobcat I found on the side of the road. So we're gonna grab him real quick. Found him on the side of the road. He's super jacked up, but look at the pretty spots. We're gonna tube him out. I'm just gonna do it on the table right here. How much does something like that cost? So I charge $350 to tan that with the paws and everything. I mean, bears are pretty much like, you know, he's only got half the hide, but it's still got the head. He's still got paws I want to do that he wants done. So yeah, $350 all day long. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna keep the paws on these bobcats. How much? Oh yeah, okay. I'm not gonna keep the paws on them, but I'm gonna try to cut. I'm gonna skin around the paw right here. But I'm gonna start off with just going underneath this paw. This is just for me right here. I just want to tan this hide myself to keep it. And I'm just gonna split this leg down. She's got cuts. This is roadkill. Freaking roadkill. His leg's broke, so it's kind of difficult to skin here. I haven't really had time to mess with this guy, and I really don't have time right now, but I need to get him out of my freezer, so here we go. And I'm just going to take him all the way to the top of the paw. Super awkward with a broken leg like that. Let's see, if I find something like this on the side of the road, I'll stop and check it. Make sure it's still good. How long did it take you to learn how to do that stuff? Pretty good price. Also, why isn't the bobcat stiff? I found him when he was fresh, and then got him home and just threw him straight in the freezer. Man, I've been doing this stuff since I was a kid, so it's taking some time. And even when I started doing this for customers, I'm tell you something. I had to learn as I went. Like, I was just glad I had people that would, you know, let me learn on their stuff. And I was pretty confident in my abilities uh, when I started making it available, my services available to the public. Um, but I still had a long way to go, and I'm still learning stuff now. Like I just finally successfully did my first garment tan, like on some otters, and which is pretty good. Pretty good to me. I mean, it don't get no better than garment tan, but it's very difficult to achieve that. And you can't hardly get it done by hand. I don't think. I mean, you can. I'm sure you can. But boy, that would be that'd be some work. But I could pretty well work on any animal. I don't know. Yeah, work on any animal, tan any hide. Like I've got a whole fox to skin out to do a wet tan on for a taxidermist that's going to mount it, and I've never done that before. But I'm confident that if I take my time and you know use my experience, then I'll definitely be able to accomplish that. And I'll let them know I've never done it. And they're like, "Well, here, try on this." I'm like, "Okay." I would love to learn more, and so here I go. I got somebody that's in the future. As soon as I get more room, is going to bring over a 11-foot alligator skin. Never done that before, but I sure am gonna. What do you do out of season? Tan hides. They're everywhere, man. People got them in their freezers. I tan cow hides for farmers from the slaughterhouses, so I just this is year round. And sometimes it does get slow, but never quits. It's just people like out of season. Like a lot of times, trappers they'll just they'll dry all their fur through season. At the end of the season, take a picture of it, and then they want them to get tanned. And so that's a lot of freaking people. That's a lot of hides at the end of the season. And it takes a while. So I just hammer away. Like it's busy right now. It'll stay busy. And so I just sit here and do this. Some things I'm slow at. Like some things I purposely like skin it. I'll take my time on it because I mean this is the time right here that you can make a lot of holes or just something. If you get in a hurry on some of this stuff, it's just no good. So I mean certain things I take my time on. Certain things I just blow through it real quick. What are you doing this bobcat? What are you doing this bobcat with? After I wrote, I thought you probably had freezers full to do. I do. I do have freezers. I'm actually going to buy another deep freezer today because I don't have room in all my freezers right now. I'm just working out of this garage right here, like a 2-car garage. That's what I'm working out of. But it don't really matter. I mean, it's set up. I'm set up to do this stuff. So hopefully one day I can get it. Well, this broke leg sucks. That's what sucks about roadkill. Like the bodies are not in the best shape. Bunch of holes and crap. Like I probably would have kept the front legs, but they're tore to crap. Got hit by a freaking car probably going 80 miles an hour. Once I get this these legs pretty much done and around the vent and the tail, I can pretty well just blow through this. But I always start it a little bit and then I'll start pulling like I am right now. Whip this thing out. See, yeah, he's got broken bones. He got hit hard. Hit by a car. That will work. Let me check that out. Okay. What the hell? Yeah, skin a cat, dude. This is what cool people do, man. I just happen to be one of the cool people. You ain't used to that. You ain't used to seeing that. I appreciate it. Just doing what I do. I've been doing this stuff since I was a kid. Since I was a little kid. This is the nasty part, but you know, I don't freaking care. I didn't care. I want this skin, man. Bobcat skin tanned is freaking beautiful. I don't care who you are. That's why I stopped on the side of the road and got this dude. So this leg's not broken, so it's a lot easier to work. It feels like part of this body here is frozen a little bit. It's pretty difficult to skin these thin-skinned animals when they're still frozen. So if you're ever doing it, just be careful. I can hear the neighbors playing with their kids outside. Started last year trapping. Hey, I appreciate it, y'all. Yeah, I tell you, I ain't much of. I can trap some stuff, just because I did it when I was younger and everything. But I don't trap. Like I don't actively go trap. I just went and bought a foothold trap. It's just a big one for a coyote. I went and bought it at a feed mill. I've been getting a coyote on camera, and I want to trap him. Let me kind of open up the back of this thing. So what I'm doing on this one is I'm just taking the fur all the way to the top of the toes. Simply respect your patience and shall be observing your feet as long as you will be there. Absolutely. Thank you. Plan on hanging out. I'm like not very far from getting monetized. Super close. And appreciate your support. Yeah, I try to jump on here. I'll throw some shorts on here. I'll probably make more videos when it slows down for me a little bit. I'm just too busy to really do many videos. But when it slows down, it's like last summer. I'll slow down and start filming some how-to videos and stuff. But for now, these live streams work for me really good because I can just do it on the go, and people still get to sit back and watch, and the live stream's published. So, I always title them with what I'm doing so people can, if you're actively trying to skin a bobcat or work on a bear hide, you can see the title and you can watch that. It's just a non-edited video, but it's real time doing it. Oh yeah, he's fluffy. What's up, Joseph? Yay, long time no see. I would keep the skull of this one, but it's totally, absolutely just. Sorry about that. It's absolutely destroyed. Oh, I crack myself up sometimes. Yeah, I would have kept the skull. But he all jacked up. As soon as I can get around the freaking legs, man. I'm slow at a bunch of stuff. There's no doubt.